Nem kwiandrzy, mevar polonetidam. Kartulia națională magramtulia, so I'll speak English. I've been the first foreign volunteer hosted by the Student Youth Council. It was 12 years ago. Time flies. Thanks to the EVS project, I had a unique opportunity to spend almost 1 year in Azurgeti in Georgia and a chance to develop some initiatives with the local community, but also to learn a lot about myself. But I also had a chance to take part in a Georgian traditional wedding, to make a cha-cha, to drink a wine from a car headlamp, and even to get lost in the Caucasus Mountains. But first of all, Natya and Kaha, my mentors and great friends, showed me the whole of the beauty of Georgia, of Georgian traditions, culture, history, and cuisine, and I really felt like a member of the family. So thank you very much for that. I will never forget it. Now, I've got a quite different life. I've got wife, we have engaged in Georgia, I've got 2 children, I've got interesting job, but still I think that my stay in Georgia was one of the greatest adventure in my life, and I really miss Azurgeti and the people that I met there. Now, Student Youth Council celebrates 100 of volunteers. What a great number, congratulations. So, Student Youth Council Gaumarjas, Asimo Harisa Gaumarjas, Kaha Inatia Gaumarjas.
Hi everybody, so I will make a video for answer to your question. First question, what did EVS project bring for you? So my EVS project bring me an open mind and learn to me how to work with people who are different than me, work with different culture, ideas, and how to apply them. Say some Georgian words or sentences. For first, gamarjova, recordar, gagimarjos, tsota, ara problema, gaumarjos, obviously, buchki, Didi Maldoba, Modi, Kargi, Tsamidit, Narvamdis, and of course, Meeshen Vodzma. And of course, for the last question, for me, this EVS project was one of the most important experience in my young life. I really fall in love of Sakart Velo and her people, of course. I come as often as I can in Sakart Velo since my EVS project. I hope my answer are good for you, and maybe just Korava, maybe this summer. I don't know, maybe. Allez, Narvamdis. Au revoir à tout le monde.
Hello everyone, I'm Karolina. I'm from Poland. I was in the first group of volunteers hosted by Student Youth Council. Yes, I think it was the first group. It was in 2008. It was one of my first professional experience. During my project, I had opportunity to work for Student Youth Council in Azurgeti, but also I had opportunity to get to know myself, realizing my strengths and weaknesses. I definitely took my lessons learned from this period of my life, and I have implemented them to my professional life later. But I think that the most important aspect of the project was the opportunity to meet great people and beautiful Georgian culture. I think it's good that idea of European volunteerism is still developing. I think it's great that Student Youth Council is still operating in this field, using all new opportunities brought by EU programs. And 100 volunteers It's an incredible number, especially that behind of every volunteer there is a project, there is a lot of work done, and I'm sure there are also very useful outputs for your organization, for local community, for your city, and for your country. So I'm keeping fingers crossed for next volunteers and for their projects. Natia asked us about words we remember in Georgian. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember much. I remember two words, madloba, Didi madloba, and gamarjoba. But I found my notes in Georgian. I will show you. Here you are. So, as you can see, I was trying to learn Georgian during my stay in Ozurgeti. I think it's really nice memory from this project. Good, guys. I wish you all the best. Take care, and I'm looking forward to watch movies, videos from other volunteers. Bye.
Gamarjovat, Sakartvelo, Ragorahar. I'm not sure if I pronounced it well, but I meant to say hello, Georgia. How are you? Well, exactly this time of the year, 12 years ago, I started my EVS program in Ozurgeti in Georgia. And now after 12 years, I just want to share with you 3 things that that the project gave me. First of all, it was a wonderful adventure and I met amazing people. Second, back then I set the summer school of English and art for children and local youth in Ozurgeti. At the moment I'm working with children in the Netherlands, and when I look back at that experience, I think it was a very good experience to start up my career. Third thing is I learn a lot. I learn a lot about Georgian culture. I learn a lot about Georgian cuisine. I fall in love in Georgian cuisine. From my wonderful host Nanuli Date, I learned how to cook. So I know a lot of Georgian dishes, how to make from the scratch. I learned to plant my own coriander in the garden. So now I'm using it almost every day for my cooking. Just to name a few dishes, I learned how to cook ajab sandali, lobio, hinkali, badrijani, katami, and of course khachapuri. To sum up, it was a wonderful experience, and that's not the end. I will be back. I will be back in Georgia. So that's it. I wanted to send the greetings and Didi Madlova.
Gamarjova, Rogorohar, welcome in Yerevan, greetings from Yola. What can I say? I miss our Oz, our Banda, Jurga, Agata, Kuma, and of course all of you there, team. What about my EVS? It was amazing story, amazing adventure. I experienced so many things there, and for sure it have influenced my future. Thank you for everything.
Gamarjovat, Memphia Jurga, Musha of the Ozurgeti in 2012, 2011, 2012. I used to work for Student Youth Council organization as a volunteer. I'm from Poland, from Warsaw. So what was this experience for me? It was very important, life-changing experience, I would say. And I would like to thank you very much for the organization, for the people working there, for all the all the possibilities that you gave me to work, to develop myself. to experience everything what's best in Georgia. And what I have after this experience is much bigger confidence in my life, but also what is very important for me are the friends that I am still in contact with. One of them is there. She used to work for the organization as well, and she would like to say a few words in Georgian.
Nela, nela.
Cham cham.
Ciao, ciao. Lakoba.
Thank you.
Gamarjoba, my friends from Ozurgeti. It's Duli Guli, also known as Marlena. I did my EVS project in 2012 and it lasted for 9 months. As I remember well, I actually finished it in 2013, so it's been quite a long time since I really been to Georgia. But even though the time has passed, I still think that these 9 months of my life were the most incredible time. I gained such an incredible appreciation for Georgian culture and its history. I will never be able to get any other way. I built up my confidence throughout the project with actually working with youngsters, working with children, and everywhere I go I try to teach people about Georgia and actually get them to know that it's not a state necessarily in USA only, but there's actually a very beautiful country in Caucasus Mountains, and it's worth knowing about. I gained incredible friends, and maybe sometimes we don't see each other as much as we want to, but I know when we meet we will have the greatest time ever. And what's the most important, I think, I gained such beautiful memories from this country that I will always keep. And I just remember this very long train from Tbilisi to Ozurgeti. The first time I was actually coming to the place where I had my project in, and on this very long overnight journey on the train, I was really impatient. I remember it was very early in the morning and I was really impatient to actually see where I'm going, and I think it was like 5 a.m. in the morning. It was in July, so it was really warm, and I just couldn't wait, barely could wait for the sunlight to come out so I could actually see the region. And as I was approaching, because the trains were quite slow, as I was approaching, you know, the Guria region was slowly unfolding in front of my eyes, and I just remember being just absolutely amazed with the greenery and with the landscape. So I just know I will keep the image of Guria in my memory forever. Okay, so here's the list of things I don't remember how to say. Gamarjoba, madlobt, erti ori sami, which I think is 1, 2, 3. Me arvizi kartuli, me poloneri var, nachwam dis, obviously Gamarjoba, Gwino ludi, Kargat, Gogo. And I think the most important thing is obviously Gamarjos. So guys, I just wanted to say that now I live in England, in Brighton, and I am really happy here. But obviously I really want to go back and see Georgia soon. So it's still, hopefully when everything comes down, everything goes back to normal, I will be able to see you soon. I work for the police now as a police community support officer, and I do a lot of visits to people's houses, and throughout my work I actually met this Georgian lady living in Brighton, and when I met her and when I actually realized she's from Georgia, and when I told her that I lived in Ozurgeti for 9 months, we just both cried, because she's obviously living here for a long time, missing Georgia. She's from Tbilisi, and it just opened like a lot of memories for me, and I always have Georgia in my heart, and I actually physically have Georgia with me all the time, because when I did my EVS project, unfortunately my tooth snapped and I pretty much lost my tooth, so I had it replaced, and it's always with me wherever I go. And I just wanted to say that I'm sending you loads of love, and I hope we will see each other very soon.
Gamarjoba Chemisahilia Kristap. Hello, my name is Kristap. I'm from Riga, Latvia. I lived in Georgia in 2014 for 9 months. My EVS project was coaching youngster team of basketball. I hope it was a good job, because they get the title of Guria. They win the cup. Also, I support and help locals in the everyday works and houses. I have a lot of friends in Georgia, and I miss them. After these 6 years, always when I hear the word Georgia, I start smiling and remember this all great things what's happened with me, and I hope I will be back in Georgia and met my friends, actually my second family. Sahuartelo Lamazi, Sahuartelo Sadaris.
Yes, I know. I should send this video like 1 month ago, but I really like GMT, so sorry guys. What I did from EVS project, many good memories and friendship forever. That is, I think, important for this. What I can say more for you guys: go to Georgia, special to Ozurgeti. Is one of the beautiful and amazing place. You can stay there forever, like was my plan. But everything is changed in life, so I changed this, but I still want to come back to Ozurgeti all the time. Peace and love, my friends. Zobaczcie mego bravi. Mevar Patriki. Polonetti. Aperisti. Nemomcons. Kartuličams. Memšija. Šeidzaba Oriludi. Fellow Polonetti Erti Ojachi.
Gamar Jabach Velas Rogarhan. My name is Rita. I was living in Ozurgeti for 1 year in 2017 because I took part of a long-term project of the European Voluntary Service. In this year, I was working with Student Youth Council. I was teaching English in Gabrielis Episcopos Escola with the students of high school. Hey guys, I miss you a lot. I'm really proud of you now that you are going to the university. And I was also teaching Portuguese and English in the Office of Student Youth Council in the center of Osurgeti. This year was such an amazing experience for me that it is really hard to try to sum up or to explain to you what it really meant to me. That year in Georgia gave me a lot of knowledge because I got to know a new culture, a new country, new people, new language, everything. It was so different from the reality that I knew from Portugal. It also let me had a lot of self-love and self-esteem because I had to develop a lot of new skills, and it was amazing. That's why I came a totally different person, and I almost can say a new person. It brought to me a lot of new people. Nowadays I can say that I have a lot of good friends from all over the world, but especially from Georgia. And of course it brought me a new home, because for me Sakartvelo is like home, and that's why I try to go home as much as I can. Ertitsuti, I forgot to say that I also got a lot of weight in Georgia because, as a lot of you already know, I love Georgian food, metzali and mirvars. I can remember still some words in Georgia, you know, maybe my favorite one. Damarjaba, Meminda, Erti Ajaruli Hachapuri, Puti Hinkali, Erti Hachapuri Shampurze, da Erti Ludite Chedzleba, Zaliandi di Madlova. I am in Portugal for more than 2 years now. It's quite hard to be so far from the people I love, from the culture I love, and the country that I really feel like my home. And that's why I try to surround myself here in Portugal of some things that, as you can see, remind me of my life in Georgia. I already tried to cook khinkali and they were quite good. Zalian di Madlova, Metzalian Mirvas Sakartvelo, Metzalian Mirvas Chemi Patara Osurgeti, da Chemi Patara Guria. Nagvam dis!
Gamarjobat Mevar Kaspars. I was an EVS volunteer in Georgia, Osurgeti, in 2016 and 2017. During this time, I learned a lot about Georgian culture, just as I gained a lot of confidence in teaching English and guitar. And also, I made some relationships with local Georgian people, and I also met my wife there. I'm really grateful for this experience, and I really hope to be in Georgia as soon as it's possible again. So, Didi Madlova.
Hi, my name is Artur, and I spent half year in Osurgeti in Georgia for an EVS project. During my time there, I learned a lot about myself, my weaknesses and barriers. I got many new people in my life, and most importantly, I think I got a new perspective about how to live a happy life and what to do in my future. During my time there, I also learned the language. I remember all the bad words and luckily some nice ones as well. My favorite ones, let's say Gogo, Sakli, and Megobari. I can say Badrijani Harchoda, Otsi Horcis Hinkali, Minda, Tushezlaba, Chemigulishan Mogi Clubs, and Meshen Zalian Mikvarhar. So I remember a lot of useful things. To the ones who have the opportunity to visit Georgia, I definitely can suggest to not skip that opportunity because it's an amazing place with amazing people. So I also hope that I can be back soon. Until that, Kargat.